right, now this time it wasn't my damn fault. It was the anarchy mod, man. I was ready to go. I was doing stuff. The game kept crashing. It was corrupting my saves. I was building stuff 3 and 4 times.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
I ain't gonna talk y'all head off about it. Let's get right into it. So I wanted to draw inspiration from my childhood for what we about to do. I thought about doing a fancy beach, setup or whatever, but people, kind of already doing that. So this is Curry Beach, North Carolina. You can see, hey man, look, ain't no bike week jumping off down here at all, man. This is where you go if you work for the city. You on that fixed income. This that fixed income vacation. This that my mom and them ain't got it like that vacation. But when you were a little kid, it seemed crazy to you. Like this to me when I was a little kid, it seemed like Miami. I know as an adult that's ridiculous. I've seen some beaches, man. Hey man, I've seen some beaches. This ain't no beach, but when you a little kid, it seems so much bigger than it is. But you see, it's definitely got that kind of, it's got the low Caesar, it's got the low profile, it's got that low density, it's no high-rise stuff. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm also gonna be using some ploppable assets that look like as commercial assets and residentials, but they not, and I'll explain that. So I'm gonna smooth out the land just so when y'all see that wiggly cement, it ain't me. I'm trying my best, man. We're gonna throw down a little diner right here on the corner. That's one of the unique assets. And I'm gonna throw down one of the smallest gas stations that still has a building attached to it right here. And right behind that, we'll put a little nothing building. Now right here, these assets are actually props. They look like buildings, but they're from an asset pack called Plop the Vanilla or something. I'll put it in the corner. This is the closest thing I can find to like procedural objects, because even though I can't make them smaller or nothing, I can use them as dummy buildings, and I can put other buildings inside of them and give me back a little bit of that functionality. So that's gonna be like a little low budget hotel, look like, a background building from the Last Friday movie.
Wait, shut the fuck, shut.
So right here, I'm doing the same thing with these commercial hotel assets. I don't know why the game reads hotels as commercial assets. What hotel have you ever been at that's getting deliveries? Like, look, man, I done been in some fancy places, but ain't nothing selling out of hotel but some and some dope. So I don't know what delivery truck would need to be pulling up. So again, we're ignoring the game logic, and you can see right there, I'm sticking some little 1 unit assets, actual functional residential buildings inside of those, and if it works like I want it to on that hotel building, we'll stack a bunch of them up on top of each other. We're gonna mark out our little pier area, and I want to throw a little kind of grocery store co-op looking asset right here on the corner. We're not gonna go past that in this episode, so don't even worry about it. I'm using some more of those. These are supposed to be commercial hotels, but nah fam, we're just gonna put a little house up in there and use them as hotels. And this one right here, I'm actually gonna end up making like a disused hotel that, somebody needs to do something with it, man. If nothing else, knock it down, man. It ain't nothing going on but some nonsense. I'm gonna sprinkle some houses out, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. The houses ain't got nothing to do with this episode. They just there so I can get some people moved in. We still on a mission to stop going broke in this city. Otherwise, this is gonna be like a 6-episode series. That's our layout as far as buildings. Now I do got to put a little strip mall in there, man, but y'all already know with me, it ain't about the buildings, it's about the details. The devil is in them details. So I'm gonna lay out a lot of different surfaces. I don't want it to have like a homogeneous gray look from the area. I want it to kind of look varied and look like it has different surfaces, even some green spaces. Speaking of green spaces, I'm detailing up this custom. This is like a road builder mod road, man. You see it's got the grass median. If that came vanilla, somebody let me know in the comments. But I'm in love with that road builder mod just because of the random stuff people think of. I'm going to throw down some of these custom Exxon decals on this gas station available on the PDX Mods workshop. It adds so much realness, man. Again, those little things is what made me fall in love with CS1. So the more stuff they add, I'll be on that PDX Mods page waiting for it to drop like new mixtapes. So as soon as anybody adds anything that adds like realism to the city, you know, that I always download that, because that's actually the stuff that got me into City Skylines 1, is seeing real world assets. Like, oh, it made it fun to me. Right now I'm kind of detailing up this one little corner, and I just let the earth have that, man. Everything doesn't have to be painted over. These are what are gonna pass for green spaces down here on the surf side. I'm also gonna kind of detail up this little fence area, and we'll just throw a little car right there, like somebody's parked. Maybe they work there. This little one building that I set aside, it was just a little nothing building. We gonna turn that, and I mean, I promise, I really hope I'm not biting nobody's style with this, man. We're gonna make this a little scooter rental place. I ain't really been online, so I hope I'm not biting nobody's steez. By the way, about not being online, whoever left me that comment telling me to roll that wheel on the Anarchy mod to flatten stuff out, please comment on this video. I owe you a shout out at least, because that saved my life through this whole episode. I'm going to spend just a teaspoon of time in the backyard, because y'all done already seen me put boxes and junk cars all over the place. But I just felt like this place definitely probably doubles as somebody's house. It don't look like it when you in the front end, because they got like a cash register and some t-shirts and stuff hanging up. And they got a little fancy sign. It say on shore. But trust me, man, somebody lives in the back room. Probably 2, 3 people. Everybody got warrants. Only one person got a phone. One person got it. They sharing a cash app. But look, I'm not here to clown. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to work at the scooter rental spot to put enough paper together to climb yourself out that situation. And if you doing that, and if you feeling a little parched, I want you to jump down to the store and grab you a can of Bev Pop, man. Bev Pop is the soda of the future for City Skylines 2.
Bev Pop, the soda we love. Bev Pop, it might as well be drugs. Bev Pop, crack open, tasty brew. Bev Pop, it's just a fake ass Mountain Dew. It's Bev Pop. Oh, yeah.
The weekend is over, and it's right back to the office.
You can't keep living like this. I can't keep living like this.
It's the Big Ass Morning Show with DJ Waffles and Taylor Spliff.
We are so glad to be back, and our special guest for this week will be Penelope Phillips. She's the owner and operator of the Hard Copy Bookstore, and I want everyone that can hear my voice to go out and support Penelope in everything she's doing in our community.
Oh, yes, and we just opened our first quaint little shop right here in the middle of Coyote Junction, and I want everyone to come out, even you, Mr. Waffles.
So, we got like, titty mags or in the back or something, right? Like behind a curtain.
Waffles!
Oh, my word.
What? I'm just asking questions. I'm trying to be curious about the literary arts.
Oh, my friend, Dr. Malik Al-Shabazz was right about you, Mr. Waffles. You are a crass and horrible human being.
Okay, so booby mags.
Well, I never.
Okay, so I'm just gonna guess that that's our last segment with Penelope Phillips. But we do have more music on the way, so you guys stay tuned.
It's the Big Ass Morning Show.
All right, my bad, y'all. I had ordered me some wings off DoorDash. Some things was smacking. Anyway, so we're gonna put this little bit of last detail on this motel unit right here. It kind of reminds me of like some West Coast apartments, really. We're gonna throw a Tesla billboard on the roof. I'm gonna come back around with some signage later on, but we're just gonna put that up there for right now. I'm also just marking this field. This is the end. I'm locking it off after this, because I told you I'm not concerned with none of them houses back there or detailing them people beachfront. I'll get to that later on. I might do that off camera. That might be a TikTok. I don't know. I'm concerned with what's at the other end of this strip though, like this diner right here. I'm gonna make sure they got at least some parking. I never have like adequate parking for the amount of people that really would be coming in these type of places, but that's all good, man. We're gonna throw a fence on this back side. This little corner motel, we definitely gonna put some sauce on that. But I'm gonna throw these news boxes out here in the front, and in the back we gotta make us a little break area for the waitresses and cook staff need to come outside. And we got some of these Venice Beach food decals, but we're gonna put them in the window. Like, y'all know them windows, it's got like all the little holes in it. You can see out, but people can't see in. That's kind of the vibe we was going for right there. So we're gonna sprinkle around some parking on this corner side motel unit, and we really gonna go in later on with the signs to kind of make this feel complete. But sort of the way I detail in layers. I kind of do surfaces. I kind of do the bigger stuff that you're going to see in signage and stuff like that. I go in and I do some intricate detail and like puddles and stuff that you can see me doing like now with trash cans and stuff like that. And then I kind of go back and do an overview of the whole area to make the whole area feel glued together. And what I'm doing right now is kind of some of that. Right in behind this, I left this space empty for a reason, and I wanted to put an invisible path. Basically, there's invisible path assets now, and I think they might even be available vanilla. I'm not exactly sure, but it's running in behind this, so you can see me moving bushes and stuff out of the way to make sure that people can at least walk straight through back there. I'm also using some of these farm fences and kind of tilting them to kind of just give it that complete look. And you'll also see me go back and put some of them logs and stuff right now. Like, to me, in this episode, the MVP is the logs and the planks. I'm using them all over the place. Them boards, like them, you know, distressed, abandoned building boards. We using them everywhere. Right now, I'm working on kind of like a little nothing neighborhood parking lot that really doesn't have any, you know, cement under it. It don't have no parking bumpers or none of that. And I'm also using these custom decals that I got. I got these from a Discord page. If you are subscribed to Canadian Moose, if you go check out his last couple videos, he kind of details about these custom decals, how to install them and all that. So if you're into that type of detailing, check out his page because he got the whole rundown. I'm working on like a little angular parking lot right here. There won't be any functional parking in here, but we're still gonna detail it up and make it look good. Just make this whole little, you know, low income area just feel a little bit more lived in. So we're gonna line these streets right here with a few trash props. I also wanted to hit it with a few of those street lights because I don't want it to be just dark back here. And we're gonna hang some clothes up outside. Now, as far as the big battle for this episode, it was the pier. I almost didn't want to do this, but I think I got a method that's going to work. Now, the first thing I needed to do was get me a big back building, a big back. And I'm going to line this timber up. And we're going to set that to the side. Then we're going to line some more. Trust me, I should have did this like 6 more times, but I didn't know that at the time. So I'm going to lay out a path so I can kind of keep everything straight, so I can at least have a reference to drag it back to keep it more or less in shape. Now, I wasn't trying to be perfect with it. I wanted it to look a little frayed, a little like some time done got to it. But I didn't want it to just be straight curvy, which definitely would have happened if I would have just freeballed this. You can also see I doubled up everything, and I even threw an extra layer of the smooth boards down. Now, what you don't see from this little part right here, but I do need to mention, is those boards, them wooden boards, they don't have backside geometry. So what I had to do is go back and lay a whole nother 2 rows out and then flip them upside down using the Anarchy mod, man. So that's why I keep shouting out bro that was in my comments, because he told me to roll that wheel. This wouldn't have been possible. The underside of my dock would have been basically like butt naked. Bucket naked. So you saved me on that one. I'm going to keep shouting you out, man. We're going to go ahead and slide this into place. That's why I kept that path right there, just to sort of, you know, keep it somewhat in a straight shape. We're going to throw down some cross beams just to make it a little bit more realistic, especially from that bottom side view. And again, that's what I was worried about. So I doubled up my boards, and you'll be able to see, look, you can't see straight through to the sky. See, that's what them lazy dudes would have did, man. I doubled it up. So we're going to line everything with the logs that we have left over just to give this whole area a little beach feel. You'll see me use that a lot, including this one part. Now, I know the path ain't functional at all, but in my mind, that gray part is new, and we'll have like some tables and stuff up there, but the wooden part is old school. It's been here since been here. We'll add some waves to the coast and some air conditioners to that building because it's actually not a functional building. We're also gonna throw some murals, some graffiti, just some stuff to kind of rough it up. Outside we got a couple of kiosks and some graffiti, you know, a few barrels, and we'll call that's Pier 25. Now, our basketball court, I thought about using the bleachers. It's too big. Pause. We gotta make something that feels a little bit more like it fits the area. And I thought, well, let's use our skate boxes. Let's make like a little installation, you know, sort of. So we'll put some planters on top of it. We'll make us some custom double-sided. They like athletic lights, park lights, you know, and they'll shine on both sides of the court. Definitely not gonna have any functionality, but that don't mean we can't make it look dope for the day that we do have functionality. See, some of what I be building is future planning. I ain't worried about it right now. I ain't worried about right now that it ain't 100 folk jumping in up and out of my hotel, because later on somebody gonna make some blocks. This hotel block. We're gonna get a hotel DLC. We're gonna get some hotel blocks. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna slide me a little hotel block right on in my little seaside raggedy motel, and folk gonna show up. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So that and some of the spots that I leave just straight up blank, and I don't have no explanation for that blank, is, you know, why I'm comfortable doing that. Because I know if they did what they did with City Skylines 1, I can't wait to see some of the craziness they come. And they already starting to do it. They're already starting to do it. Right now, I'm using some post office assets. These are just ploppable post offices. They're not functional. We're going to throw them down and make a little strip mall right here at the end of this basketball court. And you can see the kind of boardwalk going down onto the water. And we definitely going to do like a boardwalk. I don't want anybody to think I'm a skimp, y'all. We're not building Miami Beach where you just walk down and it's water. Nah, man, I'm building what I used to know. Right now, I'm laying out some signage. All this comes from Sully's LA pack, Los Angeles pack. He dropped Venice Beach. Check out the series. It's nutty. Anyway, so I'm laying out some of these just default, you know, vanilla signs, and I'm going to kind of just finesse my decals on top of it. Man, y'all ain't even seen what was under there, man. But, you know, and we also going to put this Bev Pop neon sign in the window, man. You know, maybe you done had a long day. Maybe you just came out the Red Hot Chili Peppers bar. You know, maybe you're on your way to the bar shop. Wait, bar shop? What the hell? Anyway, and you need some refreshment. You got to go grab you a cold Bev Pop, man. So don't be hating. Just be hydrating. Anyway, so we're gonna lay out some of these beach chairs and umbrellas. Then we're gonna work on our boardwalk, and we're gonna start on our hotel. I'm gonna be back though. I'm gonna play some music because I'm tired of talking.
Okay, so this past weekend was actually my birthday, so I invited Waffles and one of his weird friends out with me and my friends, and I thought it would be really cool if we all went to like a strip club, but you guys, you didn't really look like you were having too much fun.
Well, Taylor, you know what? I'm sorry, but when somebody tells me we going to the strip club, I expect to see women thicker than cold peanut butter. I want to shoot me some money guns, and somebody needs to be playing some Gucci Mane. I want to see some bony med student flailing around the Aerosmith.
First of all, her name was Melody, and she was a really nice girl.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's not a good stripper name.
Oh my God.
Got the nerve to be standing there wearing a pair of knee pads and ain't scrubbed near ground. You know what? I'm getting frustrated all over again. Let me just do my intro. All right, so the year was 1994, and a group of gents from Seattle thought we could all learn just a little bit more about astronomy.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows. Hides the face, lies the snake, in the sun, in my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and damp, steal the warm wind, tired friend. Times are gone for honest men. Sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walking sleep. In my youth, I pray to keep heaven send hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun, won't you come?
Y'all can't see this out in Radio Land, but Taylor was in here just now trying to twerk that bony ass to some Soundgarden. I want to go on record with that.
Whatever, Waffles. You know you liked it. Look,
Woman, please, you ain't even my type.
Well, who is your type then?
You want the truth?
Yeah, tell me.
Well, somebody like Glorilla.
Wait, Big Glow? Wow, I really didn't expect you to say that.
Oh, you damn right, that girl is fine as frog hairs split 4 ways. You heard what I said?
Whether you're a soccer mom or a soccer mom dating a black guy,
Our kids went away on a ski trip, you know what I'm saying? So we just had a day together.
we've got tunes for you. K104, The Edge.
So we wrapping up working on our little tiki bar that we built, man. I definitely wanted to have like a beachside, surfside party spot. It's called Wingbacks. We'll definitely reference it here and there throughout the series. It'll be like a little focal point, a little function spot for this part of the beach, man. It'd probably be lit on Friday nights. Now you can't fit but like 40 people in there, and you can see the parking lot is ridiculous. It'd be people, hey man, can you move your car so I can get out? It's all types of that going on, especially on the weekends. But I felt like a spot like this was just so necessary in our little, surfside community. Right now, you can see me peeling back some of this pavement. You can see that sand kind of showing through where them stumps are kind of sticking out to kind of line that area up, and we're gonna hit it with some little cement, some different kind of cement decals. Now this hotel, I thought about doing it, kind of how I did everything else. Throw me a couple of residential assets, hide them inside there. But I was like, nah, man, let's make something disused, something kind of low bottom. This hotel has been abandoned. Everything is boarded up, so you can see us using the boards how they was properly supposed to be used. We're not supposed to be making piers and boardwalks with them boards, man. They supposed to be used to board up windows. We also gonna throw some of those leakage decals, and I'm gonna throw some of this cement, some of the different kind of cement decals, but then we gonna kind of leave the edges rough. And basically, maybe somebody just bought this, or they thinking about buying it, or this it's in between buyers. Basically, nobody has came out yet and actually renovated this and turned it into something that's gonna make some money. But you do see the building materials kind of sprinkled around. We got the iron, steel poles, but we're gonna throw some junkers down in the front. We're gonna put a few more of those building materials in the back, sort of give it that feel like maybe the construction crew, they showed up, they was ready to work, but then that check didn't go through, so they rolled out. Them dope fiends rolled in. I mean, they tried to put up some fencing, but people, they just knock that stuff down and they'll creep on in anyway. Speaking of knocked down fences, we're gonna have one right here next to the tiki bar, man. That seems malicious. Somebody kick that down. Y'all need to do better in life, man. Stop acting crazy in these streets. On the right, the edge, this is where the residential area kind of starts that I'm not even at all concerned with for this episode. We got us like a little chill spot, and we're gonna turn this into like a maybe bus parking or something. So the last thing that I want to do is kind of go around and sprinkle some of the signage. I usually do this too early and I end up changing stuff around, but I actually did this at the end this time. So you can see me using basically everything that could be perceived as a hotel sign, sprinkling all around. I'm using neon versions. We got the sun asana. I don't know what that means, man, at all. But we gonna pretend like it's a hotel sign, and it's definitely giving me strip vibes right now. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call the ball game on this one, man. I'm feeling strong about this episode. And again, I apologize about that long thing, man. Pause. It wasn't me, man. Bruh, he fixed it eventually. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still having problems. I still be having to do safe mode and some more stuff, but I don't really care like that. I'm getting these episodes out. We definitely gonna finish this city. If I gotta finish it on pause, I think we actually we made $1 in this episode. It went immediately away. Immediately. Some white dude came and took that. We owed it to a white man. But that lets me know we moving in the right direction. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm Red Kool-Aid. This is Coyote Junction.
strawberry